Do you ever wake up one morning and get the feeling that you just want to show off stuff? That's right, if you ever felt like that, that means you have an itching to make a collection video. If you are a member of the Thomas Winterowick community, at one point or another, you most likely have made a collection video. And collection videos are as simple as it gets. You put all your trains out and you show everyone what you got. I made a few collection videos myself. My first 3 videos was a 3-parter showing off my collection. Those videos are no longer up anymore. And in exactly 1 year from the day that I uploaded my first video, I made a proper collection video. That was back in 2012 when I made my last collection video, and my collection has significantly increased from that point onward. But the only problem is now I can't be bothered with making a collection video. And honestly, I give props to the people who still do make collection videos because it takes a lot of work. It's a whole lot of setup from moving all your items in one place and then filming them and doing it multiple times depending on how many items you have and the space you have too. But I still want to show off some things from my collection, specifically my items that I have in the box. So this is going to be a part 1 of sorts because I only feel like covering the engines that I have in box today, and then maybe somewhere down the line we can do the destinations and everything else. First item I have here in the box, you have to have a Thomas in the box at one point, come on. Plastic is a little yellowed on this one. This is a Thomas from, I believe the year is, 1998. And he's got the wooden funnel and the classic blue TWR packaging. Now recently I kind of made it a little goal to try to get all of the Steam Team number engines in the brown labeled packaging with painted coal, tenders, and wooden funnels. I'm working on that, however, it could be a little expensive with how some sellers decide to price their items, so I've only got a few of them right now, but I wanted to, of course, show off Thomas first. You have to show off Thomas first in a collection video. If you do a collection video not showing off Thomas first, I don't know what you're doing. This does not apply to whenever I make the destinations video. Next here I have Percy, my favorite of the engines from the Steam Team and from Thomas series itself here. Again, another Percy with the brown label and the blue and red packaging design. He's also got the wooden funnel, and he is dated 1998 as well. Up next I got a Toby, again another classic character. The thing with this item is that it opens up, like the sticker that is used to keep these items sealed is still here. However, it is significantly worn on the side where it connects to the box. Apparently, whoever bought this initially bought it from the Rocking Horse Toy Company for $9.95. Up next here is a Donald that meets the qualifications of what engines I'm looking for to complete this line of blue, brown labeled boxed 1 through 11 engines here. So this Donald has the painted coal, which honestly, I believe the painted coal on Donald and Douglas looks a whole lot better. You don't really see their tenders have the huge pile of coal that they have in the wooden railway line at all, actually. It's always very flat, so that's what I really like about these painted coal tenders. And I remember as a kid with my childhood Donald and Douglas, I tried to take the plastic off the tender. Didn't go so well. Here we have my oldest item that I have in the packaging. I would say it is this Henry's Force log car. Only tied with my Thomas Comes to Breakfast in the packaging. So you can see here it has the Shining Time Station logo on the corner of the box. This log car is in this really nice shade of green that it's not really showing well on camera. And you can still see that the rubber band that would have held the logs in place is still wrapped around the log car. However, it has kind of snapped on top here. I don't know if that's due to age or something like that with the elasticity of the rubber band, so the log cars can move freely throughout. I remember I tried really hard to get the logs to actually form the shape that they did. You can see here it has the cloud logo for the name, and on the back is almost transparent to the front. You can see on the bottom it is dated 1992. Again, pretty cool item to own. Definitely, I believe it's one of the easier 1992 items to pick up for a good price. Yeah, you knew this guy was coming eventually. The Troublesome Truck. This Troublesome Truck is one that I got from Australia. I bought it because it was, you know, a good price for a new in the box Troublesome Truck. Dated 1994, and it has the round magnets, and the wheels are dated 1994. This is number 20, as you've seen in my video detailing all my Troublesome Trucks. And it comes with the pamphlet and registration card. Has also the cloud logo here, but no more mention of the Shining Time station on the corner of the box. And the made of wood sign is now significantly smaller. All right, this one I'm kind of cheating with. This is a Troublesome Brake Van in the box, although the Troublesome Brake Van box originally came with another gray-faced Troublesome Truck. And when I got my 5th Troublesome Brake Van, because that Troublesome Brake Van was in such great condition, I decided to house it inside of this box here. Why did you go out of focus? Did I say you can go out of focus? It's almost the same as the Troublesome Truck box, except that they didn't cut around the sticker of the name for the cloud. They just pasted it on the box here. So that's interesting to note. It is once again dated 1994. And it was sold for $9 back in the day. Here I have Extra Topham Hatt's car, again very similar to the Troublesome Truck box. This time the sticker is cut around the cloud shape, just like the Troublesome Truck box, but unlike the Troublesome Brake Van box. Overall, in good condition. I believe this was taken out and played with at one point. There's a little nick right over there, and there might be a couple more, especially underneath here, where it looks absolutely kind of horrendous. I don't know if there was some water damage to this at one point. The pamphlet looks a little bit rough. I did take this out of the box, and I assume it was taken out of the box at one point and just kind of put back in and let the value roll up for this. Here I have a 1996 diesel. The back of the box, well, the back of the box is actually dated 1994. I lied, but the magnet looks like it's from 1996. Maybe they're just reusing the box here. Sold for $9.95, and the label is now different. Now it's showing this white and gold nameplate type design, but besides that, the box essentially looks the same. The made of real wood sign is now replaced with a cut tree trunk type thing design. Kind of looks like a spokes of an engine wheel now that I look at it. I believe this diesel is used in box. There's no pamphlets or anything, but at the same time, I don't see any significant edge wear on it. Here I have a pretty cool item I have in the box here, the Knapford Express coach. I guess these were a little more expensive, being sold for $11.99 instead of the typical $9.95 for what we've seen so far with items with price tags on them. Dated 1994. And it also has the made of real wood sign back here on the sign post. This Knapford Express coach is a 1994 one due to the flat magnets, but it already has the design that we have seen the Knapford Express coaches keep until they were retired in 1998. And I noticed with this one is that the graphics are not properly positioned on this one. You can see that there is a giant space here where there's nothing of sort of design, and then it's all taken up by the space on the right over here. That's actually the first time I've noticed that with this express coach in particular. Similar to the Knapford Express coach, I have the Soder Mill coach also in the box here. I feel like the Knapford Express coach and the Soder Mill coach go hand in hand together, so I bought both of these in the box at around the same time. Once again, it has the new made from real wood logo, and it is dated 1996 with a $13.95 price tag. Inflation is going up on these items. Very cool item. I love the Soda Mail Coach. It's another classic looking item and also featured in a great episode from the TV show as well. We've got the Chinese Dragon up here. I bought this and Diesel together in a marketplace listing, and there were some differences that I could see from both of them, and also some similarities as well when I first got them. First, the Chinese Dragon has the nameplate that Diesel has, but the made of real wood sticker is not the same one that he has. I'll bring Diesel back for comparison. So you can see the nameplates are the same, but when it comes to the stickers that states the items are made of wood, they're different. So I'm wondering what is going on here. Chinese Dragon has these really big round magnets, which makes me assume this is from 1995, and that is the year the Chinese Dragon was introduced. Sold at an Imaginarium for $12.99. The box is dated 1994, but it's hard to gauge whether this is early 1994 or 1995, since the boxes and wheels were never dated for the year 1995. They always had 1994 on them. I think you can see that pretty well here, but this Chinese Dragon is dated 1994, so I'm guessing it really is in fact a 95 one, since they are using the round magnets and the wheels are dated 1994. Going back to the classic blue box design, I have a Tidmouth milk tanker here that is used in the box. And yeah, just another classic wooden railway item that I was able to pick up for a good price when I started to buy these in the box. Since I realized as a collector, once you collect everything, the only thing left to do next is to buy everything again, but this time in the box. Here we have the barrel car, or as us fans call it, the purple barrel car. This is a barrel car from the year 1998, and it's got the petrol and oil barrels. This is completely new in the box, and I don't intend on opening it. I already have 2 purple barrel cars with the barrels, although it is driving me crazy how no matter what I can do, I can't get the petrol barrel and the oil barrel to be the same. See, this is an example of what I'm trying to do. See how the petrol barrel is just a little bit off-centered? It's rotated a little bit. Well, the oil is going to be a completely different amount of being rotated. Here we have some Soda China clay cars, new in the box. These are a little bit newer. Figured it's the newest item I have in the box that I've shown off so far. They are dated 2001 here, and they were sold for $16.99 at a store called Party Works. It's 2001, you can tell by the name on the bottom reading Soda China clay card. You can see the character card is right there, and then here's the pamphlet. And you get the green and the red clay cards with Roy Wilson's birthday on the red one and his son's birthday on the green one here. This is actually something cool I just noticed here with these boxes. You could kind of see that, but there is a piece of clickety-clack track underneath here, kind of to insinuate that these are on track in a way, but you can't really see it. At first I thought that was just part of the cardboard peeling off, but nope, there is clickety-clack track on the bottom of the boxes here, which I've never noticed that before. So that's really awesome here. Again, before I move on to the next item, here's just some more things to point out that are different from boxes we've seen so far. We have the new Thomas Wooden Railway logo, which is featuring the clickety-clack track text on the bottom here. Before that was removed and replaced with nothing because they moved on the traction rail. And now we have a red label for the names instead of the brown label, and almost going back to the label design of the white and gold that we saw on pieces like Diesel and the Chinese Dragon. This is how I remember seeing items on store shelves, primarily with this logo, this blue striped packaging design, and the red label. Up next here, I have a D199 to show off. It's from the year 1999, and I can easily tell because it has the character card back there, and also you can see the pamphlet is in there too. Next year I have simply the Diesel, again from 2001, so we still have the logo here that says featuring the clickety-clack track and the red label. The character card is included, however no pamphlet. Can you believe I got this Diesel for free? I'll tell the story later on in the video of why I got this for free, but definitely pretty cool to have the Diesel in box. He's not one that I see in the box come up so often for a good price. I have two NW brake vans in the box here, and both of them have the brown label on top and the classic Thomas Wooden Railway system logo with Thomas and Annie. This was my first NW brake van in the box that I bought, and it was from an eBay auction coming from Colorado, and I only wanted it because of the price sticker on the back here, because La Cañada Books and Toys, even though I never been there, it used to be 10 minutes to 15 minutes away from my house. So I thought it was really cool how I could get an item that actually had the possibility to be purchased by myself in the local area here. I could tell it's my area because the 818 is one of the area codes used in Los Angeles County. Up next, I have a Rickety with a brown label. He is dated 1999, which is kind of surprising considering that Rickety was a new character for the year 2000. Up next, I have the boxcars, also from the year 2000. I've opened these and taken them out of the box several times, especially to use when I need like more vehicles for a freight train here, but I always make sure to keep them in very nice and in great condition still, so they look like they're new in the box here. Pamphlet, character card, and the registration card are included. They were sold for $16.99 back in the day, and on the back of the box they're also dated 1999, but these are from the year 2000. They even have the name on the bottom now. And speaking of boxcars, here I have the Barnes & Noble boxcar. It does say boxcar on the bottom, like the boxcars we've just seen, and the exclusive little note sticker here to show that this is an exclusive item. The back of the box is dated 2001, but the Barnes & Noble car was actually released in 2003, so my assumption is that they reused the packaging for the cargo cars that they originally made for them and just reuse them for the Barnes & Noble cargo car. You can even see here, barely, that the character card is for the regular box cars. Up next here I have a Murdoch in the box here. He is very beat up. He used to have a name sticker here, but that peeled off. And now this is a different type of box design where we have the back here with detailed graphics, the magnet connectors, the real wood, and durable finish, promoting more of the Thomas Wooden Railway line in terms of visual quality rather than the hand-eye coordination and other things like that. It's from the Hit era, so we have the Hit logo right there. And he is dated 2004. I believe that was the year Murdoch was introduced to the line. And pretty soon afterward, they got rid of these packages with the open flaps here. Next item here is Paxton. This is an item I originally bought back in 2013, but I ended up opening up Paxton and giving it away to a family member. So I wanted to rebuy Paxton and make sure that I got a Paxton that looked exactly like the Paxton I owned back then. He is dated 2012 here, so we made a big jump from 90s and early 2000s all the way to 2012 stuff here. And finally here we have Philip from the Start Your Engine special. I got this Philip from Percy number 6 when we were doing our Secret Santa exchange about 2 years ago. And we still have the blue stripes here, so that's continued on since 1997 or so. And we have a lot more text on the back than we have had ever or have seen so far. I definitely have to have a Flying Scotsman in the box. I mean, my channel is LNER Flying Scotsman. What do you expect? Flying Scotsman in the box. The box, unfortunately, is a little worse for wear here. The seller that I bought this from on Mercari, unfortunately, they did not take proper care in shipping this item. They shipped it in a bubble mailer with cardboard protection around it, but that was not enough for this. This needed to go in a proper box here. So I was unhappy with it, and I let them know I was unhappy of how I received the item. So we cut a deal. She had a couple of other things she had listed on her Mercari page, or was about to list on her Mercari page, and one of those items was the diesel in the box here. So that's how I got this diesel for free. It was basically a consolation for my Flying Scotsman arriving with a pretty damaged box, and I have been able to flatten out the box a little bit. However, it is not like I wanted it to be, but still really cool. The Flying Scotsman, it is used in box. It has some edge wear on the cab and on the tenders, but it's still with the original box, and that's really all I want, is just to get the Flying Scotsman in its original box. And as you could see, it's pretty obvious here, but this is dated 1999. And there is the back of the box for anybody who wanted to take a look at that. Here I have the Thomas the Tank Engine 10 Years in America Special Edition. This one comes with an exclusive Thomas with the painted facial expression, a dining car, and a 6-inch piece of track, and a special packaging design where you can flip open the box and see the contents inside of it. I made a video covering the Thomas 10 Years in America Special Edition where I talk more about this item and actually open it up on camera for the first time, but this is a really nice item to own, definitely for collectors, and by collectors, they really meant people 20 years from when this was first released. Up next here I have Dodge and Splatter, or better named Splatter and Dodge, from the Thomas and the Magic Railroad movie. This is an interesting packaging design where they have the blue stripes on one side, but the majority of the package is this yellow with stars on the other side. Here we have pictures of Splatter and Dodge, and the back, which is quite interesting to see. It's got the grass, these clouds, the blue stripes, and then Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Here I have Rheneas with Rock Crusher Cars. I bought this out of opportunity. My good buddy Roman's TW Empire was going to some train store, and this train store, I guess, is one that isn't visited by many because they had a lot of rare and retired items still in their store. These are in the box. I don't believe I have opened this, but this is the back of the box for you all to see. Very basic and boring compared to another box like the Flying Scotsman's box here, where this time you only get a tree, 2 trees, the elevated track foundation, small version, a curve, ascending track, and a line underneath with Thomas, and of course Rheneas and his Rock Crusher Cars on top, and that's it. Box is dated 2004. Last item I'm showing off here is a 60th anniversary Henry in the box that definitely, I feel like the box has seen better days. The new logo here is beginning to be sun damage, and the side here is also sun damage to the point where you can barely even tell on camera that Henry's supposed to be green and blue here. There's the face of Henry. It's a once again, when they do faces with special expressions like this, it always looks creepy to me. So yeah, this Henry is Henry when he's being painted blue after the story Edward Gordon and Henry, which is included in this box as well. And it's to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Thomas and Friends from the Rev W. Awdry's first book. Here's a better photo of how the Henry's supposed to look like. His promotional art with the green and blue on his tender and his body. And then the back of the box here is a advertisement for the 60th anniversary set. And the box is dated 2005 to celebrate the 60th anniversary, of course. It's a new day. So when I was filming the video yesterday, I actually forgot a couple of items that I have in the box that I have stored kind of separately from the items that I grabbed yesterday. I'm sure this is everything though. And one of those items that I forgot to show, I was really upset about because it's actually very important to my inbox collection. But let's take care of the item that I don't think is that important, but is still really cool. And that is my in-the-box tar and fuel car. I don't know why it's called tar tanker and a fuel car, and they are literally both shaped like the Tidmouth milk tanker. Whatever, I guess you're the fuel car, but we're all still gonna call you the fuel tanker. Retailed for $15 back in the day, and we have. I'm pretty sure these are actually from 1995, even though the box says 1994. And the wheels on the tar and fuel tanker do state them as 1994, even though they have these round magnets here. Yeah, this is completely in the box. The pamphlet and the registration card are inside, and I have not taken this out. I don't see a reason to. If I needed another set of tar and fuel tankers, I can easily go find another set on eBay. And now for the second item that I forgot to grab when I was filming all this yesterday, and this is the one I'm upset about because this is one of my favorite items, and it's a very important one in my inbox collection too. It's the Bertram with scrap cars. I love this. I really wanted Bertram with the scrap cars as a kid, and I think I even remember seeing it in a store once, but I don't know why I decided to not purchase it. But I've always loved it. I love the contrast of the brown and orange colors on Bertram with the light blue and dark blue on the Sodor scrap cars. And on the back here we have a photo of Cranky. This is a prototype Cranky. We can see that he has stickers pasted onto his sides of his body and over his cab too. And his magnet is red. And yeah, I say this is an important item in my inbox collection because I bought this probably the same week or the week before I decided to create LNER Flying Scotsman. And this was the first item that I purchased with the mindset of a collector, and I won an auction with the box, and I kept the box because normally if I would have bought an item as a kid, my parents would end up throwing away the box, so I don't have any boxes from things that I had before I started to purchase on eBay. And this is the first one that I kept the box with, and it kind of began the inbox collection in a way too. So that is all of my wooden trains that I have in the box in my Thomas Wooden Railway collection. Once again, some of these are new in the box, some of these are used in the box. I'll be covering the destinations in another video that I have in the box, and track pieces, and all things like that. So I hope you stick around to watch that video whenever I decide to make it, and I hope you enjoy this one.